Brandon, mic check.
Yep, you're good, Rand.
Okay, thank you. The call will be starting in about 2 minutes. Please stand by. The Zoom call will begin in 1 minute. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us on today's Zoom call to go over using Client Creator. Now, I know last call we went a little bit over time. We try to keep these calls to about 30 to 40 minutes, and there's a reason for that. And the reason is because when you go back to watch these, and even when you're just on the call, like right now live, the attention span of all of us is usually about that long when it comes to video or Zoom calls and all those things. So when you rewatch them and it's a training call, it just seems that 30 minutes, 40 at the most. I know we went way over last time. That's about the right amount of time that you can keep people's interest. Now, there's exceptions, of course, from many of you, I'm quite sure. So last time we went through the CRM in great detail. We have a few more things to go over on the CRM, and then we're going to go over the websites. Today's call is going to be from Robert Vasily. Oh, somebody didn't have a question. They just put a promo through. That's pretty clever. I never thought about that. Anyway, we're going to go over the websites today. And my counterpart is Brandon Christie. He's on the call with me, and I'm going to turn it over to him right now. We're going to finish up the CRM and then go on to the websites. Hey, Brandon. Are you there? Uh-oh. I hope he's there. Brandon, I can't hear you.
You there, Rand?
Yes, I'm here now. Thank you.
Zoom's active.
Okay, he looks like he's getting back up. So I can't see all of you on my screen, but I can see Mark and a couple of other people.
All right,
Mark?
Rand, I think I got it squared away. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine.
Can you see the screen as well?
I can.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I apologize. As soon as I shared the screen, it went haywire on me. Okay, so yeah, I am going to go back into the client manager, and I apologize for this, but there is just one more thing we tried to run through real quick on the setup, and I'm just going to go back into it. And
I don't think your screen is showing. All I'm seeing is the BWC Web logo.
Okay, let me go back and try and share it again. One moment.
I hope it doesn't take you out.
I just reshared it.
Okay, you're good.
We're good? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so we covered all of this, but what we got short on was when I came into the email campaigns and the lookup process. So I'm just going to go through that real quick, and this won't take long. So we had email campaigns in here, but I wanted to show you how to assign them. A lot of you import your own campaign or import your own clients into the CRM. So I just wanted to show you how to easily assign an email and a text campaign to them. So we're in the section right now. In the email campaigns, we're going to just click on and add an email campaign. We'll choose any of these email campaigns that are preloaded into your system. I'm just going to put them on a general buyer. hit save, and then it'll update the system. You'll see that the campaign comes up, it's automatically assigned to them. You can go in the modify option and you can go through the messages. So this will show you what's going to go out today, tomorrow, so forth and so on. And you can edit each of these messages by just clicking on the edit button. You can come in here and change the date. Now, I know I went over the entry date and stuff like that, so I'm not going to cover that again. But I just wanted to show you how to assign campaigns manually to a client. Same thing, same process with a text campaign. Just click over to the text campaign, add a campaign, and then choose from your different text campaigns. So you just select it and hit save, and it'll automatically assign them to the campaign. We do get a lot of questions regarding having multiple campaigns assigned to a client. And I'll always say I would do that cautiously because you don't want to oversend them emails. So I don't recommend having multiple campaigns on for a client, but it is possible. But again, it could send multiple emails in one day if their schedules align off the days to send. So,
oh, good question. Someone just had, can you run text and email at the same time?
Yes, absolutely. Text and email can run concurrently. The text campaigns are very short. We do not, you'll see this text campaign only has 3 messages that are spaced out. We do not like to bombard people with text messages. And that's because text messages go directly to the person's phone and it kind of grabs their attention right away. So the email campaigns they can come in, they can open their own email campaign at their leisure, but because their phones are attached to their hands most of the time, we don't send too many messages. Now, if you want to add on to those messages, by all means, go ahead and do that. But on the pre-set up campaigns, we keep a very short, very non-intrusive. So after the first couple of days, you do not continue to get a text campaign unless you come back and assign them to a different campaign.
Yeah, they're very short fused when it comes to someone texting them.
Yeah.
Now, someone wanted to know where they can see the training videos. And I know
sure.
you've already gone over this, but
sure. I'll go back real quick on the main menu. You just go right down to your video library right here, and you'll see the Zoom section, and that'll have all of the Zoom meetings that we had. After today, you'll have the other one listed there. Okay, and then the last part was the lookup process. I'm going to go back into our client again, picking on Rand, and this is where we do the phone lookup and the social media lookup. So I'm going to, I signed a different one here. I'm not going to do this on these, but if you click on this magic button, it'll take you to open it and you'll process a lookup. And here we will find any social media accounts, any additional phone numbers, any additional email addresses. And I know we've covered this in a previous Zoom, but that's where you process this. And then the phone lookup as well. You can look up an additional phone number for the property. Now the phone number just bases it on a property address, which is up here. If it does not have a properly formatted address, this phone lookup will not show up as an option. So this is only based upon the property address of the client. This comes up well if you have somebody that goes to a lead capture page as a seller. They enter in the house that they're looking for their home value on, but don't completely engage or don't verify their information. You'll still get an address, and Rand always recommends that there's still a follow-up procedure on there once you generate an address or a phone number based on the property information.
yeah, you just follow up by snail mail instead of all you get is an address. But do the phone number lookup, because it's about 70% of the time, I would say, Brandon, it'll find a phone number associated with that particular address.
Oh yeah. They actually updated a lot of their procedures on this. So
good.
It really is very, it is very good. It is a very good, process to use. Okay, so that pretty much covers the client manager. And again, I apologize. And I'm going to go in. There's going to be a separate Zoom meeting for the email and text campaigns, and I'll go over a lot of this in more detail and show you the ways to customize that. But for today, we're going in order of what is listed here, and the next is the website manager.
I know you already went over this, but someone's asking about the credits.
Yeah, so you got credits, you get 25 credits with your system. So they're supplied to you as soon as you sign up. And if you want to add on credits, if you use them all, just click on the ad. You'll see there's a couple different options here. 50 lookups is $25, 100 lookups is 40, and then 200 lookups is 70. Just to reiterate, if you do process a lookup and it is not successful, it does not take a credit from you. So it only takes a credit if it's a successful lookup, finds a phone number, social media, email address. So, and all of that information is only that when supplied on for a credit. Okay, we'll try this again. I'm going to go back to the main menu, go to the website manager. So the website manager is going to have all of the lead capture pages that our team set up for you or that they're using in your marketing. You'll see all the buyers, all the sellers, everything listed here. Now, some of you may have less than this, some of you may have more than this, and it all depends on your market area and what our team has set up for you as specific ones. Some of them don't apply. So if we scroll down here, you'll see Mountain View Homes. Some of your areas may not be in a Mountain View, so we might not be using that type of lead capture page. But this
Yeah, not Mountain View City, but homes with a mountain view.
Correct. Yeah, correct. So this lists them all here. So what I'm going to do is go through and I'm just going to show you how to edit or how to modify some of these lead capture pages. And I have to preface this because most of you are on the concierge program where we're managing it all for you. If you want to make a change and you're not sure, I would highly recommend contacting our support team first because there are ads and marketing set up to every single one of your lead capture pages. And if you make a change and we don't know about it, it really can affect your marketing and the results because everything is tied to key phrases, key words, the relevance of the page based on the ads that are showing. So even just changing a city name can have a negative effect. Even though it might be one of your cities, it just might not be one that we're running with. So I am going to go through this and just show you all the changes that can be made on this. I would recommend not using one of the ones that are created for you. I would recommend using a new one, or you can create a new one and make all of those changes.
And Marina, sit tight. I think we'll get your questions answered, and that's good for everybody. If we don't get your question answered during the term of the call, send us an email at support@clientcreator.com and we'll get the answer to you. But I think if you just kind of sit tight or patient, we'll answer all these questions that some of you are having. Now, Brandon, question. If they go in to put their disclosures into their lead capture website, is that something that will affect the marketing?
Good question. No, that will not have an effect on the marketing. So yeah, but again, you can send those disclaimers and those disclosures to us and we will make sure that it's done. But no, that technically will not have any type of effect on the marketing. It's usually tied into the verbiage that's actually on the actual website. So yeah, that really won't have a dramatic effect. So if you wanted to edit one of these, and again, this is probably going to be a two-parter. I mean, we're 12 minutes in and we're just getting into this. So there's a lot to cover on these lead capture pages. There's a lot of customization. So I'm just
How did you get to this page?
I just hit the select button. Yep.
Okay, you just clicked on the select button.
Yep,
okay.
Select and it goes into the 3-bedroom home. So you'll see a basic on-page editor from Client Creator. Now, this is not your live site. This is just what the site looks like if somebody was coming to it. And most of the time when somebody clicks on this, the first thing they come to is they see this error for site domain. That comes up because Google captured saying, I'm not recognizing this, and that's okay. This is, again, not a live site. If I go to the live site, you'll see it fills in with the I'm not a robot. So this is the actual live site that the client and the ads are geared to. This page over here, which I'm going to click back over, is just your on-page editor.
Someone wanted to know how they know if their sites are live.
All sites are live if they're in your system. If they're in your website manager, they're going to be active in your system.
Okay, because there was a
So-
lot more than 10 of them in your example.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot more that we do, and especially if we do market analysis and we see that there's first-time home buyers, there's a high 4 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, or 1 acres. So we're creating a lot of niche ones. I know he says 10, but 9 times out of 10, we're creating more than that just so we can get, cover all the market areas, all the
Exactly.
niches.
Yes, thank you.
So at the top here, you see this options, colors, text, forms, stats, preview. This is what I'm going to go through, and I'm going to go through each one. And I believe I'm only going to be able to get through the options today. And that's the most, has the most system functions in it. So we'll try to cover this as much as possible. So to select it, just click on the slide. So the first thing here is the template design. So we have multiple template designs in Client Creator. And if you are creating a page and you see this layout and you don't want it and you want it to be something else, you would just click on template design. It'll pop up, and then you can scroll through the different ones that come through and select a different design. And this is going to apply to the lead capture page that you're currently working in. And again, I want to preface this, please don't change any that we currently have on there, because it changes not only your design, but the domain name that it's referring to as well. So it would make changes. But if you wanted to change to any of these, you would just click on it and it'll change the design of it. And again, you could go create your own page and go through all of them if you wanted to do that. But that's how you would basically change the design of it. Oh, sorry, my bad. Options here again, website active. Again, by default, all of these are active. If for any reason you want to deactivate it, you would just uncheck there and hit save, and then it'll become deactivated in your system. Again, you can only do this for pages that are not being managed by our marketing team. So that'll change there. We're going to keep it active. The next is the email and text campaigns. Now, every single one of your lead capture pages has an email campaign and a text campaign assigned to it. So you click on this, you'll see the first one. The top one here is the email campaign that's assigned to this lead capture page, and this is the text campaign. And if you click on the down arrow, you'll see all the same things we saw on the previous page, all the different types of campaigns that you can assign to this lead capture page. Same thing with your text message campaigns.
But be careful, because these campaigns are selected specific to that page, what it's offering.
Yeah, you don't want to send, if they're looking for first-time home buyers, or if they're a seller, you want to make sure that there's the right campaign, because if you're sending out the wrong messages, then that could be disastrous. But if you want to change the campaigns that are assigned to this, and again, the campaigns are when somebody signs up and engages into your lead capture page and they're entered into your CRM, they get enrolled into the email campaign. So that's their day zero. Day zero is the very first day of their messages.
And all of this is automated for you.
Correct.
All of this happens automatically without you doing anything.
Yep, we've
Oh.
taken care of all of this for you. Again, this is just informative. You don't have to do any of this, but this is just showing you how our system works, what our team did to each of your lead capture pages to get everything assigned, and just going over the features. You don't have to do any of this. But if you wanted to sign a campaign, you would just select it from here. All of your campaigns will populate from here, and then you would hit save. And that'll save the campaign to this lead capture page. So if you were to go through this lead capture page, enter your information, you would go into the CRM and see that this campaign is assigned to the 4-step home buyer. You would see that as your email campaign, and the free list of homes as your text campaign in that CRM. So the other option here is the website name. These are changed. And our team changes these sometimes weekly. So if we're focusing, a lot of you, we might be working in multiple areas at different times. So we might be changing the city name in this, from Haddon Heights to, whatever the next city may be that we might be doing the marketing for. And again, our team goes in every time we set ads or run rotations. If we're changing things up, or need to duplicate something, we go in here and we change the name of the website. So this is what the name of the lead capture page is in your system. And if you want to change the name of your lead capture page, it can be done here. It's pretty simple. You just make the modification and hit save, and it would be done.
And Monica, who just had a question, if you could send that question in to Brandon, I'd appreciate it.
So the website URL is the next one. Okay, now there's a couple of things to cover on the website URL. First off, our ads don't actually display a website URL, and that goes across all of the systems. They'll display the ads that we're creating, and then when they click on them, they're taken to the website URL. So most of the time, I don't want to say all the time, but most of the time, they're not going to see this website URL. But if you need the website URL to do a post or to create that, it is right here. And there's a lot of technology, I guess you could say, in the website URL. The domain name is listed here, and the ID number that's attached to this. So these are all embedded codes into the lead capture page that brings them to this specific lead capture page. And again, people ask us a lot too, if they should be using this for any print material or print marketing. And my answer is no. I'm going to go to the next section that's going to say a shortened URL. This would be is if you had again, I'm going deep into this, but some people have a domain name that they purchased from GoDaddy and they want to send it to one of our lead capture pages. If you have that, you would send GoDaddy this information. You'd be like, this is where I want this lead capture page or that domain name to go. So that way, behind the scenes, they would go to your URL that you maybe purchased and then go from there. The next section is going to be our shortened URL. Now, this is going to be, we like to call a vanity URL. If you have something that you want to have it specifically named, maybe the city that you're marketing in, maybe the market area that is being used, or if you want to put your name after it, whatever it may be.
Now, we did this to save you from having to buy a bunch of domain names, so you could personalize the domain. All right. So the first part of it, sorry for interrupting, but the first part of it, and I know you're going to go over this, it will have the base foundation name, homestobylist.com. And then what you'd want to add then is whatever you want to personalize it, like your name. So it'll have the first part, Homes to Buy List, which is proper. That's the way we had to do it. But you can create a custom domain by doing just what Brandon's going to finish telling you before I interrupted.
Yep, no worries. Good explanation. So yeah, this is going to give you a little bit of a customized domain. Now, the first part of the domain cannot be changed. Each domain is assigned to the type of lead capture page that it is. So it will be homestobylist.com for this one / and then whatever you want it to be. So let's say I want to put Rand Smith as the name. That probably has used this before, but I want to try it. So I'm just going to put Rand Smith and hit save. Oh, it took it. So now if I go back and go into that shortened URL, you'll see it's displaying the shortened URL. And I'm going to go in. And again, I apologize. I haven't tested this first. We've used Rand Smith quite a few times. So if it doesn't pull up this page, I'm going to be embarrassed. But yeah, see, we've used Rand Smith so many times, it's going to come up with an error. But normally what will happen is this will go directly to the lead capture page. It'll bring them right to this page. When that domain name is put in there. So this allows you to use, let's say you want to use print material or you want to use something on, maybe on your website or wherever it may be. You can put this domain name in here and that will allow you to have a little bit of a customization in the domain name. So, that's one way to do it. If you find out that you want to change it or want to get rid of this one and don't want to use it anymore, just click the delete button and then it'll allow you to go back in, and then what you can go and shorten URL, and then you can create create a new one. So you can do this as many times as you want. You can only currently have one active shortened URL at a time. But again, like Rand said, this will save you from having to go in and buying a whole bunch of vanity domain names from GoDaddy at 30 some dollars a pop. So I hope that was clear on that. I know the shortened URL is a little bit confusing, but I just wanted to try to cover that for you. Okay, so the next section is the background image. And I'm going to close this. The background image is this picture in the very background here, the one with the bedroom. So I'm just going to go in. If I have a picture on my computer that I want to use, click on background image. You'll see it pops up and it matches what's in the back here. If I want to choose something that I have saved on my system, I can go in and I can, let's say I want to select this one and hit open. And then we'll hit save. It'll update for a second. And then you'll see that it changes the background image. So
this is just so easy to do. I mean, you can edit anything and everything, including the colors and all that. I know you're going to get to.
yeah.
In this system, we've made it so easy to do all this stuff. I know it probably seems complicated right now because it's the first time you're seeing some of it, but it is. We made it so that all of it was editable. And you could change anything and everything. You couldn't outgrow the system.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing I will say is that if you replace it with an image of your own that you have on your computer and you come back to it and it looks pixelated or blurry or distorted, don't use it.
Someone just asked the question about, do you know, what kind of dimension we should have our picture saved as,
Great
or how
question.
many pixels, how many pixels it needs.
Absolutely. The file size of the image should be at least 1,200 pixels wide. That's usually a good quality. And the size of the picture is probably going to be around 400 kilobytes in size. And again, we're going to get technical here, but I'm just going to show you real quick. The one we choose, I'm just going to show my details. This one here I chose is 205 kilobytes. The other background image is 504. Now I'm going to pick this small one, this Nevada picture. I don't even know what it looks like, but I'm just going to hit save in here, and then it's going to refresh. See how blurry this looks? I mean, I'm not sure if you can see that through the Zoom call, but it's just not crisp. I mean, everything looks like it's pixelated here. So it's just a bad image to use. You want to make sure it's something clear. Like I can't even read the numbers that are on there. Not that you want to read the numbers, it just doesn't look professional. So you want to make sure you're picking a good quality image that's on here. This one with the 500, that probably is going to be pretty clear. Have an update. Yep. See how I mean, again, I can't tell if you can tell that for Zoom, but this is beautiful. It's crystal clear.
It is. Now, how do you get back and revert back to the original image if you go through and you go, I didn't like any of those better than what I have?
Well, you can remove the image altogether, and then it'll revert back to the one. If you're using one of our lead capture page, we've already customized it, so you probably wouldn't be able to get back to that original image. Because it's probably one that we have on our system. But if you remove the background image altogether, then it'll default back to how it was when you first, set up the.
Can you show us how to do that real quick?
Sure. It's not giving me a delete option. There's usually a delete button here. I apologize. I'll have to find out why that's not listed there. It might be because I'm on the admin account, but I'm going to just double check. There should be, usually there's a little delete button right to the right of the image, and that just removes the image altogether.
And believe me, it will be there very soon.
Yeah, I'll find out why it's not activated. It might be activated on yours systems, but just because I'm in the admin, it might not be listed there. Okay, so I hope I was clear on the background image. Facebook ad setup. This is a little complicated, and I'm going to try and go through this as easy as I can. Again, our team uses this most of the time. It is an option for you, and a lot of the members that manage their own accounts use this. But this is just going to show you how to set up a Facebook ad. And I'm going to go through it quickly, but it is going to be on here. The Facebook website URL, again, this is behind the scenes on what Facebook uses as the link that when they click on the ad. The body of the message, this is what appears above the actual ad that you see. So you see, if you're on Facebook, it says write something here. That's where the body of the message is going to be. It pulls in the background image of the lead capture page that we have on here by default. If you have something specific that you want to use, again, you can just hit the choose file and replace this image. So if you have something maybe that has your picture in it, or you know, whatever it may be, you can replace this default image with the one that you're going to use. Shortly below the picture is the title. So this is the bolded font that is on Facebook right underneath the picture. So you can put that title right here and then add description. So that's going to display here. So I'm just going to do one real quick. Body message, 3-bedroom homes. And I'm going to hit save ad. Okay, I hit save ad. It says ad successful. Now I'm going to go submit to Facebook. Because this is a brand new ad, you have to submit it to Facebook, and we're going to click in. And I bet you it's going to tell me I got to log in. 1 minute.
What is the code you had to submit?
It's an authentication code.
And
So,
what do they use? Well,
no, it's my Facebook account. That's why it's all used.
I get.
So
Okay.
I logged in, so I'm gonna close it back out. I'm gonna just go back. This is where you're gonna go. Again, you're not gonna have to do what I just did. So you just hit submit to Facebook. You'll see it automatically populates the link up there, and it says the URL hasn't been shared on Facebook yet. Before you're gonna do fetch new information. Might take a second or two, but it should fetch the information.
It's pretty darn easy, I have to
Yeah.
say.
So
I mean,
you could see here, it pulled up the image, it pulled up the domain, and it pulled up the 3-bedroom homes and get a list of your homes for sale. So it pulled in all of the information that we set up into the lead capture page. So now you can use this link in Facebook. All you would need to do is copy your body message and then put the link in your Facebook. And I'll show you real quick. I'll do that. So we're going to take this link. I'm going to post it. Oh, sorry. I can't get to the screen with all these things here.
scroll up a little more, maybe.
Yeah. So
No,
much
it's
in
not.
here.
It's not going up, is it?
I got it. I just got to change profiles.
And disregard everything we've just been showing you.
Yeah, it's again, it's a lot. It's Facebook. Again, this is what we use, and it's not even loading. I don't know why. Oh, here it comes.
Here it comes.
The struggles we go through on Facebook. Okay. And this is what we got to go through every time we want to post on people's pages. So I click on what to write. I'm going to put the link in here when it comes up.
Boy, it's running slow, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. If I just paste, it says, what's on your mind? So I'm going to paste the link in here. You're going to see it populates exactly what we created in here. And then that's when I go in and I just take my body message in here and I put it in. I get rid of this link because we don't need it anymore. It's all embedded in this code, and put my body message in here.
And what that means happens is that your post will have a clickable link. When someone clicks on that photo, it will take them directly to your lead capture website.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. And it's going to post, and I'm gonna go through it and show you, but Facebook's not cooperating for me.
And also, when someone just asked a question, can we send you the information we want you to post in Facebook? the answer is no. You have to do that part yourself. We have specific posts that we do on a regular basis that work for everyone. We just don't have time to do all the individual stuff. It would be a monumental task.
Yeah, I
So that,
apologize. It's not
but we
working.
made
I
it,
don't
we
know.
made it easy for you to do. I think we
Oh,
get it, Brandon.
Yeah, it'll populate. It's just for some reason it's not going through, but yeah, I don't want to keep on continuing on that, but you know, that should, again, you don't have to do any of this. We're doing it all for you. Our process
And
is a
yes,
little bit easier.
yes, you can boost the post.
Yes, absolutely. They're all designed to be able to be boosted. So yeah, the verbiage and the text and the images are all boostable. So this one was the Facebook ad setup, and I apologize, I'm still running over. The instant file download. This is if after they engage on a lead capture page, if you want to, instead of sending them to a website, you want them to download a file. Let's say you have a document that you want to do or whatever it may be. You would put that right here. You would click on instant file. You would find the file that you want to upload to the system, and you would upload it. This way, when they have the lead capture page, they put their name and information in, and as soon as they put that information on and verify it, they're going to download this document. I would recommend only using PDF format documents. I mean, you could put Word up there or other versions, but the person that is downloading it would need to have that program on their computer in order to open it. And that
And you
doesn't
don't want
always.
them, you don't want them to edit your document and then use it someplace else. Which, like, if
Yeah,
another realtor went to your website and you had something cool here, like your pre-listing package, and then they download it, if it was in PowerPoint, they download it in PowerPoint, then they could edit it.
yep,
So you
absolutely.
don't want that to happen.
And you got to think about mobile products as well. If you're on your phone and they're looking at a document, they're not going to be able to open it if it's a Word document or an Excel document or whatever it may be. You want to try and make a PDF because PDFs can be opened up within the browser themselves. So
Yes.
that's, again, this is where you would do that as well.
Let's do one more and
All
then
right,
call it a
no
day.
problem, no problem. Website redirect kind of goes hand in hand with the instant file download. Let's say you don't want to do an instant file download and you want to redirect them to your website. This is where you would put that. So if you wanted to send them to, you know, after they're done, I want to send them to Client Creator. I would just put that in here. So then after they engage, again, they're not downloading a file. We're going to redirect them to your website.
So in other words, when they finish with your lead capture website, they've done all the things they're supposed to do. It will automatically take them to whatever you've put in here, another one of your lead capture websites or your regular website. It will send them any place that you put, whatever destination you put in here as the
Yep.
website address, it will automatically take them there. They don't have a choice. It just takes them there automatically, which
Now,
is a
again,
cool feature.
It is a cool feature, but it's not required. If you don't have a website, if you don't have that information, no worries. I mean, we have a lot of these that just display a normal thank you, we'll be in touch type of conversation or ending screen. So it will only redirect them if you have the place to redirect them. Don't feel like you need to have some place to redirect them. You do
Right.
not. You already, once they get to this point, you've already collected their information. We've already got their information verified, and they're already in your CRM and getting, you know, added to the email campaign. This is just a bonus. They can either end right there, or they can be taken to the website redirect, or they can just they can do the instant file download. Options. None of them are required. It's just a, you know, an option for you to use.
Again, so you can grow into it. You really can't outgrow this system. You really can't. There's
Yeah.
so many options and choices for you. And as you get better at understanding this, you'll start using some of those options and testing them and see how they work.
Yep, absolutely. So we'll stop. I mean, we'll stop. I know we're about 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
Next week I will go through the rest of these on here. There's a couple I want to do, and especially with the disclaimer. And then we'll go into the colors, text, forms. Those should be pretty easy to get through. So we should be able to get through this, you know, with one more, you know, one more session. And, you know, we'll be good, but there's just so much. I want to make sure we cover it, but I don't want to go too fast. So there's a, you know, it's a happy medium there.
Yeah, and so if next week, join us at the same time, and it will be part 2 of the websites. Okay? Thank you for being on the call today. Any questions that didn't get answered, send them to us at support@clientcreator.com. Have a great day.